How to become a firearms dealer. To become a firearms dealer, you will need to obtain a federal firearms license, a FFL, from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, the ATF. This process includes filling out an application, submitting fingerprints and photographs, paying a fee, and passing a background check. You will also need to comply with state and local laws, and have a physical location for conducting business. Additionally, it may be helpful to take a firearms safety and handling course and gain experience working in the firearms industry. How to obtain a FFL. The Federal Firearms License, or FFL, is a license issued by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, the ATF, that allows individuals and businesses to engage in certain activities related to firearms, such as manufacturing, importing, and selling firearms. There are several different types of FFLs, each with its own set of requirements and restrictions. In general, to obtain an FFL, you will need to fill out an application, Application Form 7, and submit it to the ATF along with the appropriate fee. Provide fingerprints and photographs of yourself as part of the background check process. Pass an inspection by an ATF Industry Operations Investigator, IOI, to ensure that you have a physical location for conducting business and that you are in compliance with state and local laws. Notify your Chief Law Enforcement Officer, CLEO, of your intent to apply for an FFL. Then wait for the ATF to process your application and conduct the background check. It's important to note that the process for obtaining an FFL can take several months and there are different types of FFLs. You should review the ATF's website for detailed information and guidance on the application process and the specific requirements for the type of FFL you are seeking. Having an FFL. A Federal Firearms License, FFL, allows an individual or business to engage in certain activities related to firearms. The specific activities that an FFL holder can engage in will depend on the type of FFL they have. Here are some examples of activities that an FFL holder may be able to engage in. Type 1, Dealer in Firearms Other than Destructive Devices. This license allows an individual or business to engage in the business of buying and selling firearms. They can sell firearms to other FFL holders, and to individuals who are not prohibited by law from owning firearms. Type 2, Pawnbroker in Firearms Other than Destructive Devices. This license allows an individual or business to engage in the business of pawning firearms. They can pawn firearms to individuals who are not prohibited by law from owning firearms. Type 3, Collector of Curios and Relics. This license allows an individual to engage in the business of collecting firearms that are considered curios or relics. They can acquire and dispose of firearms that meet the definition of curios or relics. Type 6, Manufacturer of Ammunition for Firearms. This license allows an individual or business to engage in the business of manufacturing ammunition for firearms. They can manufacture and sell ammunition to other FFL holders, and to individuals who are not prohibited by law from owning firearms. Type 7, Manufacturer of Firearms Other than Destructive Devices. This license allows an individual or business to engage in the business of manufacturing firearms. They can manufacture and sell firearms to other FFL holders and to individuals who are not prohibited by law from owning firearms. Type 8, Importer of Firearms Other than Destructive Devices. This license allows an individual or business to engage in the business of importing firearms. They can import firearms from other countries and sell them to other FFL holders and to individuals who are not prohibited by law from owning firearms. It's important to note that FFL holders are required to comply with all federal, state, and local laws, as well as regulations set forth by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, ATF. FFL holders are also required to keep records of their firearms transactions and make them available to the ATF for inspection. If you are passionate about firearms and would like to become a dealer, get it together. You can do it.